Hello, Kennedy artists. I'm sorry I couldn't be here today. Hopefully you just watched a video or had the book Saturday night at the Dino Stomp read to you, and now you're ready to start taking some of those images from the book and making your own dinosaur stomp. You're going to need to include 2 dinosaurs today, so you should have a folder at your table with all different dinosaur images. You're going to have to share at your table, but you can start with one and later trade. I'm going to start with a Triceratops. And as you can see from the image from the book, these dinosaurs are doing things that dinosaurs in the real world wouldn't have done. They're standing, they're dancing, they're moving around, and so I might change things, make it a little more cartoon-like than this more realistic image. But I'm still going to use this image to start with. So here, I'm going to have my dinosaur's head back, because he's going to be dancing. So these are the big bony plates I see. And here's his eye. It's going to be closed because he's having a good time, he's laughing. And I've got to get that pointy nose of his coming out. And his mouth is going to be open. Again, he's having such a good time at the dinosaur stomp. Now here's where I can go in and add those horns I see on his forehead and on his nose. And now my Triceratops is going to need to have a big belly, but I notice I'm going to need the front leg. Now in the real world, this Triceratops would not have been able to stand like this, but this is a dinosaur stomp party. Here is the dinosaur's back and tail. And I'm drawing lightly first when I'm not sure where I want things to go, and then putting it in darker. Here's the back leg. And here's the rest of the tail. Once I get this far, here's where I'm going to go in and put those details like the toenails. I've decided I would like this Triceratops to have a belly that's a different color. And when I'm looking at this image, I notice there's spots, there's stripes, so I can kind of use my imagination as to what this Triceratops might look like at this dinosaur stomp. I'm going to go ahead and add this ridge to his back. I'm going to make this bony plate a little bit fancier. Dots up here as well. And so I've drawn him large, or her, and it fits almost top to bottom. And it takes up about half the paper. I need to have at least one other dinosaur. I'm going to go to time lapse while I draw that one so it goes a little bit quicker. Now I have both my dinosaurs, but they're hanging out in the middle of nowhere, and I want it to look like they're at a party, they're having fun, they're dancing. So I'm going to start with some clouds of dust down here, because if a dinosaur this big was moving, it would kick up some dust. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some party lights hanging above the space. And I'm also going to have one of those banners. They're called pennants, where they have the little triangles coming off. You can decide if this would be a birthday party. You could have a happy birthday banner. You could have a cake there. I need some ground. I'm going to add my horizon line right about here. And then to make this look like they are outside having their party, I'm going to add a few plants here in the middle ground, medium size, because my dinosaurs are in the foreground and they are the largest things in the picture. Cloud of dust here yet. And then you can decide if this party is at night or during the day. I'm going to have one under the crescent moon. And a few sparkly stars. At this point, we're going to be using crayon and then later watercolor paint. So you're going to have to make some decisions. Things that are really too tiny to do with the paint, like maybe toenails or this little back ridge, I'm going to do with crayon. And areas that are larger, I'm going to leave for the paint. I'm going to start that right now, and then I'll go into time lapse in a little bit to show you how it'll go faster. And so I've decided these pennants up here I'm not going to paint, but I want a pattern of colors. So I'm going to have red and blue. And I'm going to get those little toenails and probably these little stars while I'm at it, and the moon, because they'll be smaller and harder to paint. I'm pressing pretty hard with my crayon so later I can go over it with watercolor and it won't disappear. So I'm going to go into time lapse now, and you can see some of the decisions I'm making with crayon. Alright, Kennedy artists, now I've made some choices about where crayon will be in some of the smaller areas. I did some shading, and I'm ready to paint. You're going to have your watercolor box, a cup of water, and your brush. A reminder, these are shared with the whole school, so you're not taking black and putting it in each color well. You need to be polite and respectful and rinse your brush between colors. So this is where I'm going to start filling in some larger areas, maybe making some color blend choices, and I'll start with my Triceratops here. I have a nice golden orange that kind of matches the color I've already chosen with my crayon. And then I want there to be a shadow on the bottom of that leg, so I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit darker orange and put that shadow in. Now I'm back to the golden orange. I rinse my brush, and you'll notice the crayon I can go right over if I press hard. It will show through. I'm going to go around the belly because that's going to be a different color. Now I'm going back for my darker orange shadows. I'm going to have it get a little bit darker orange on the back here in the curve of the tail. And now my golden orange. I'm ready to make kind of a pinkish color on the bony plate here and on the belly. And my Triceratops is pretty well painted. I forgot his purple back spikes. There we go. I'm purposely not going to paint right around him. I'm going to skip to another spot in my next step and kind of work my way around the painting so that the wet colors don't blend, giving this just a little bit of time to dry. I'm going to go to time lapse so you can see me finish the painting a little bit quicker. Alright, Kennedy artists, and there it is, finished dinosaur stomp image with a Brachiosaurus and a Triceratops having a really good time. Depending on how much time is left, your sub may have you share one fun detail that you added to your picture. It may be time to clean up. I'll see you when I come back. Have a great day.